to give me a preview, Coach. I'm about to be a couple of things, just so you know. Ain't none of that. Yeah, Coach. I just had to roll with it, Coach. I was like, yeah, that's what you did. You my guy, so I got to sit there and. The best thing was I wasn't on camera, so you couldn't see my face. Just a pause though. All right, man. Well, it is 7:30 ish, 7:30 p.m. ish on a Sunday night. Once again, it's time for another edition live in the Man Cave. This is Polk Hoops, your number one source for high school basketball in the state of Florida. We got All-State Coach with us. What's going on with you, sir?
Happy Sunday, Coach.
Happy Sunday. Happy first Sunday, man. We made it through January. February is on deck. So new month, new goals, new opportunities, man. So and the All-State PG should be tapping in a little later if his schedule allows. Y'all know my guy's the hardest working man in show business. So but the show must go on. Hopefully he'll be able to tap in because he say he really got some stuff he want to get off his chest, talk about, especially after the last couple of days. And we'll see if he's able to tap in. But if not, we'll keep it.
It might be a blessing in disguise, Coach.
Yeah, we'll keep it pushing. My guy say, yeah, man, I got an event, but I gotta tap in. I gotta do all I can to tap in. So we'll see. Anyway. Coach, happy Sunday once again. So, Coach's Corner. Know if you got anything in it. If you do, you got it. If not, we'll keep pushing.
Coach, I do have some things I need to.
You got something to get off your chest too,
Coach. But I want to make sure I do it in the most positive way possible. So, first of all, Coach, we just had the Mosaic, right?
Yes, sir.
And them people came in Polk and put their hands on us.
Yes, they did. Unfortunately.
So I have a question because not only that, it's been a lot of discussion also on social media here lately too. So my question is, why is basketball in Polk so bad? Not only on the boys side, the girls side too. And what can we do to improve it? What can we start talking solutions?
First of all, Frank, yeah, you did say it, sir. So I don't even have no rebuttal for you said it. It happened. I personally thought, this just me, I personally thought this was our best chance in a while, Coach, to win the weekend. I thought the matchups were favorable. In some years we kind of like, you can kind of say, yeah, we probably ain't, but I thought we was in good shape. On paper, and then they threw the ball up and things changed. So you're saying how has basketball gotten so bad in Polk County? I was up there Saturday and was talking with Rashard Anderson, Kathleen legend, and he got a son. His son is in 7th grade over in the Tampa area, and he coaches him, AAU. Mm-hmm. And he was just talking about his frustrations as a coach. He's just like, these kids just don't know basketball. They don't know how to play basketball. Like they don't go and play. They don't go they don't go hoop. It's just kind of what we're saying. They just doing. I say they're just doing drills. He's like, exactly. So they get in the game, and he talking about like they coaching, and you pass and you stand instead of just it's innate in basketball. You continually moving on offense. You pass, you cut. You pass, you screen away. That's just one, that's just basketball 1-on-1. He said they don't do it. Defense, you just guard your guy. You looking at him face to face, so you're not opening up. You don't see ball and man. He said so it's driving him crazy, but he has to, he got to stick with it. His son in 7th grade. So I'm asking him, like, okay, so what you gonna do, with your baby? Because, and he's like, I said, you're gonna end up having the coach. He said, yeah, coach, I'm gonna have to end up having the coach, even though I don't, want to. Mm-hmm. I say, because as a parent, you got to feel good sitting in the stands with who you got your child, who coaching your child. And he just like, he don't feel like it's a lot of good options over in the Tampa area. So he's like, I'm gonna probably end up having to coach if I got to figure something out. So I don't know if it's just a Polk County thing. I guess it's kind of my preference, but he like, coach, kids they don't hoop no more, coach. They don't go to the gym. They don't go to the rec. They don't go to to wherever kids hoop at. They're not in the gym. So, coach, it was so crazy. I was hearing coaches this weekend talking about kids don't even come to practice. They don't even want to practice. They don't even want to practice, coach. It was one, it was a couple of teams. It was some teams had some personnel issues. First of all, at the Mosaic, this is like a showcase at the Mosaic, and you getting ready for the district next week, and you dealing with practice issues, personnel issues. So I think I don't know when the love, coach, I don't know when the love went away, but I think it has. Like I was telling the coach I was talking to, I'm like, for me, when I want it more than you, that's a problem. It's time for me. I can want it as much as you, but I can't want it more than you because I can't go out there and make one layup. Mm-hmm. I can't go out there and set one screen. I can't go out there and rotate on one defensive assignment, rebound the ball. You guys got to go out there and put this stuff in. I can give you the game plan. I can give you I can give you the scout report, but you got to go out there and do it. And coach, I don't know, but it's like the love has like went away. Like they don't. It's not important, coach. It's not important. Oh, coach, we lost coach. I guess he'll come back in. Mr. Riley, I came back looking for you, sir. I didn't see you. I came back to get you live and then interview you, sir, and talk to you. I came back over there and you I don't know, maybe you went to the concession stand, I don't know. But I came back and I didn't see you. But I came back over there, sir. That's my, what you say, Scouts honor? Scouts honor, I came back over there. But coach, I just Mr. Bell, I mean, you saw him in there, but I'm telling you, I was in Bartow High School for 2 days, and but that's on me, Mr. Riley. I came and I looked and I didn't see you, so that's on me. I apologize, sir. I apologize. I definitely will make it up with you though. You want to jump on live? I'll send you the link and you can jump on here now if you want to. We'll get you live on the show right now and talk to you. And I want to be a man of my word, so I do apologize. But Mr. Bell saying he saw 50 kids in the gym today. I talked to multiple coaches today. I mean, not today, over the weekend. They can't get kids to even come to practice, much less go to a gym and hoop. So I don't know, coach. It's like the love, I think, has went away. And we was even talking about that up there. I asked Tuma, I think I asked you, like, how it's like yeah, Frank, I don't know what gym. He said the Y, but it definitely is an epidemic, coach. Like you used to have to kick kids out the gym. Now the kids are running to the locker room, or they got these excuses. They got to go do this and they got to go do that. So it. And what are you doing? Is it social media? Is it lack of luck, because the Mosaic has become the one of the most, if not the most, end of the season prestigious tournament in the state. It used
Yeah.
to be a point of pride, coach. And
It's only two. It's only two tournaments going on that time that you want to be at, and that's the Mosaic and the Make at Mount Vernon. That's it.
coach, and who I didn't even see. I didn't even get to feel. A couple teams, I felt like I don't even know if some of the teams played with pride. Maybe it's because the stage was too big, coach. Because that there's a lot of first time kids. Um, yeah, Chase, that's where we come from too. Like, but I have to remember, I had to tell myself multiple times this weekend, coach, I'm the media. I'm not a coach no more, because the stuff I was looking at and some of the stuff I was seeing, I'm just like, boy, I told some of the coaches, I said, man, y'all, my heart go out to you. I and my prayers too, because this is tough, and they just keep saying, coach, these kids different now. They're different now. Now, I don't, and I try to stay positive, but back in the day, I don't know, coach. Is it pan?
Coach, I'm trying to offer.
Yeah, it's like,
solutions
because
to these people, right? Because
when did the village is not the village anymore.
Because when I get up here talking, they say
No,
I'm
coach,
talking
you
unrealistic. They tell you like, man, tell us
no,
really did. It's not like that no more. We can't do this. We can't do
but
that.
but
But it's
coach,
a bad product being
it's a
put on
it's
the
a
floor,
it's a bad product.
and it's to the point, coach. It's embarrassing to watch it. Like I just remember a time and day when it was pride and passion on the floor, and I just don't see it anymore. And we ain't even talking about skill level, coach. I'm talking about effort. I'm just really talking about effort, coach. You know what I'm saying? You don't even see that effort overall anymore. You know what I'm saying? And then they have the audacity to have unrealistic um expectations of being recruited.
That's the thing, coach. Is like, and we talk about it all the time on here. Like, especially with the portal now, you if you ain't got no offer, I mean, what are you doing to get an offer? First of all, but then if you ain't got one at this point, it's a good chance it probably ain't gonna happen. But like it's like I just don't see it. And Coach Neat, it's definitely no, it's no pride. Where did the pride go, Coach? Where did the pride go? And like you say, we get on here, we old school, but when we was winning, when we had multiple teams that were strong teams, at PC Gridiron just said he would only say this kid's two teams, and two coaches in the county. He only trusts two in the county. Coach, we never had that. It's an epidemic, Coach. Like we had, like Coach done froze up. You froze, Coach?
No, I'm here.
Okay. It's like Coach we had double digit every high school. It was quality, it was pride, it was toughness, it was you didn't have to. Back in the day, Coach, if they had a strength of schedule for back in the day, I would say that our strength of schedule would be on par with Orange County how it is right now. You wouldn't have to go. You could play home and home. You at Lake Woods could play Haines City twice, Kathleen twice, Winter Haven twice, Bartow twice, and have the same strength of schedule as Edgewater and Evans and them people back in the day. Now nowadays, you got people that won't even play folks in the county because they feel like it's gonna hurt them more to help them with how the new system is. So, and it's like it just, I don't know if it just was a gradual transition or it's just all of a sudden, Coach, but just listening to some of the coaches this weekend, it was like, wow, they like, coach, they like, y'all don't, and we ain't gonna get on here and publicize it like that, but it's bad, Coach, and you got traditional teams, like even some of the teams from a traditional standpoint that normally play in the Mosaic that didn't play. Like I had a couple people that were not from the county, you know, come up, and because they know us as Polk Hoops, whatever, asking, okay, where this team at? Where this team at? They always, what happened to these? And we just the way the schedule fell, this kind of that's my react. That's my answer. How the schedule fell, that's just how it was. But so is it social media? Is it social media and a mix of social media and parenting? Is it coaching, as PC Gridiron and Frank saying? I mean, is it a mix of the three
Yeah,
that eroded it?
to all the above,
Is
and
it all that mix that in, and that's where
yeah.
we at? Because back in the day, you didn't have social media, you didn't have you had. I know one time me and McGriff was talking, and you tell me your take on this, Coach. His take, our take was, back in the day, coaches were on campus. They were teachers, right? They were educators.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're a teacher, educator, you're innately teaching all the time. That's what you do. That's your livelihood. So, and it's no knock on if you're not a teacher, but we kind of went away from the teacher, and so is the teaching happening because we probably, if you took a poll, I would say you probably got more coaches, or if it's not, it's probably 50-50 that are not educators then, and it never was that way. You almost had to be on campus and be an educator in order to get a job back in the day, right? You couldn't be, and no disrespect, no nothing against if you're not on campus, but by and large, that was a requirement almost. When you interviewed AD, they trying to find you a job, PE, math, whatever. If you was a content teacher, you was locked in. It's hard to get them PE jobs, but you don't have as many teachers coaching now for whatever reason. So now you don't have the coach on campus to police the kids because they working. So I mean, I don't know, coach. It's a to me it's a lot of, I don't know if it's one thing. I think it's kind of a collage, I guess. It's kind of a mix of things.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like we at the point of no return at this point? I guess that's the bigger question. How are we, where are we? Do we even think it's an issue? Me and you, we see it's an epidemic, but is it even seen as an epidemic to the point, like you said, that it's bad? Your definition of bad, because of your standard, may not be those folks that we're talking about's definition of bad. So if I don't see it as a problem, Coach, then what am I? Why do I see? I don't see a need to address it or fix it. But I don't think it's a problem. If that makes sense.
Okay, and I respect that, and I actually agree with you. Um, just to speak on it, and I'm gonna also speak on the situation in Lake Wells too. Um, just sharing my 2 cents on that, but just to speak on it publicly on what you just said. Right, you have some that are not educators. Um, I think it's important to be on campus. Me as an educator, and me as an aspiring principal, I would want my coach on campus. I think that is necessary to help create and reinforce the culture that you want. Um, you don't want to. You're not going to sacrifice academics, but you don't have to somehow have your coach on campus. I know a lot of people complain, but when these jobs open up, a lot of people don't have the credentials um, necessary in order to apply for these jobs. So they complain about coaching, but yet a lot of people don't have the credentials in order to apply for it if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? So I think, not having a coach on campus could be it, but you can't be successful from that. It's according to the support system that you have. Um, I don't think principals really care about winning and losing. They just care about their school grade. And I think being from here, I think you got to develop the whole child. I think you got to at least have a listening ear to the community. about what they want and need. I think the communities gather here in Polk around sports. It is your absolute number one priority to make sure you get the highest school grade possible. But it's also important that you know your community and what they come together, they galvanize around, and that's sports. Not only basketball, football, baseball, whatever your sport, your school is known for. But my thing is the traditional good schools are not traditional no more. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember how big the Kathleen Lakeland rivalry was in football. Coach, it's not that no more. I remember the battles in basketball where me being from Lake Wells, Haines City, Lake Wells, Bartow, Lake Wells, Kathleen. I ran into Peanut the other day at Sam's Club, and we were just talking about if you didn't get a ticket early for those Lake Wells, Kathleen games, back in the day, coach, you weren't getting in. It's not like that no more. And it's not all because of live streaming either. You want it to be in the gym. You want to feel that energy, right? But again, like a lot of people complain about coaching, which is understandably so. But when that job opened up, coach, the people that are complaining or may want a chance at it, they don't have the credentials in order to apply. You know what I'm saying? So, um, but talking about the Lake Wells situation, um, it's a lot of talk about um, basically little league basketball, um, basically developing as early as you can. Like that is important, coach. The development start as early as you can. Is the skill development in your town starting super super early? You know what I'm saying? Does that equate in travel over to high school? Yes, I think it helps 100%. And I think um, all high school coaches should have an invested interest in what's going on at the little league level in your PAL, YMCA, whatever's your feeder programs are. You should have a vested interest in it. But I've seen some talk back and forth, about a lot of that stuff. Um, people complain, um, people trying to give solutions, but they're not willing to help. My thing is, from a resource standpoint, you need to volunteer. If you're not going to volunteer, let's donate to these particular programs as far as your little league programs, your middle school programs. I think middle school in Polk County is a joke. They only play like 5 games. Um, I think they should play more games. Um, and the season is a blink of an eye. But at least they're doing something. I will give them credit for that. Um, but also, people think it's easily go to the coach and they think it's the coach fault. But people don't realize it's not a plug in play when it comes to the coach. It's not necessarily that you get rid of the coach and bring in a new coach saying that it's gonna improve right away. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't work like that. It might take you two, three, four, five coaches in order to find, the one that's gonna be successful there. But meanwhile, while you're there, what are we doing to support that coach in that program? You know what I'm saying? We got to make sure that we give them all the support that they need in order for them to be successful. If they're not successful, then it's an accountability thing. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it's not working here. Then we need to move on. But don't complain about it. Don't batter people that are taking up time with these particular kids if you're not offering a solution or you're not willing to help. You know what I'm saying? And Frank, I hear you about the portal. The portal, I would say, hurt in a way, but somebody still should be good. Still shouldn't be top heavy. It still should be some parity in basketball. My thing is, where are they transferring to when those teams are good? Like, what are we talking about? And my thing is like people tagging me, talking about I need to come back. I'm gonna let you know that I'm not coming back. My coaching days are done. You know what I'm saying? Unless you put a number in front of me, coach, that I just can't refuse, like a Godfather type of opportunity, coach, I'm not coming back. You know, I'm happy with what I'm doing, being an assistant coach. You know what I'm saying? Being able to run my system, uh, let Johnny get these kids ready with the skill development. We have a happy marriage over there. And I told him and I told everybody that's close to me, like Winter Haven Girls is my last stop. I'm not coming back. After I finish there, I'm done. Only way you're gonna get me to consider a coaching job, coach, you put a number in front of me that I just can't refuse. And I know you can't do that. Y'all can't write that. Y'all can't write that number in that checkbook. But I am here to help if you call and ask me. I was in the gym this weekend with a team because hey, coach called me like, hey, can you come in Saturday morning and help me out with some stuff, coach? I was there. You know what I'm saying? I talk to a few coaches all the time about strategy, um, different things. And coach, I'm humble enough to ask for help. You know what I'm saying? But I'm I'm so passionate about Polk County, coach. I just want us to improve and get back to where it was a time when people were scared to come here and play because they knew what they was gonna get.
Okay, okay. Well, coach, you did your that was your source award. You know, there was a lot of comments in the chat, man. So we want to kind of catch up with some. So Miss Campbell, hope I said your name right. You had a couple of names, so I don't want to miss your name. Miss Durham Campbell. She
That's,
said she feels
that's
like
my assistant coach from back in the day, Coach Kim.
okay. She feels like high school has been watered down because of AAU. So we're just gonna throw a couple of them out there, Coach.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Dibble is moved in from Indiana. Appreciate you tapping into the show, sir. And we know in Indiana basketball is like next to drinking water, right? So he said he just moved to Arbondale. There's not enough leads or counts to get kids excited. Miss Ashley Lynn, Arbondale supporter. Thank you, man, for all your support and tuning in. She made a good point, and this is a valid point. As far as coaching, we know that coaches don't make any money, and if I got a family, I got to feed my family, I got to live, and you know them peanuts they pay these. It's so disrespectful what these guys. We've talked about that all the time. You know, we totally get it's almost a slap in the face for the work that these coaches do, what they get paid. So I mean I can't be taking a pay cut and taking money out of my house to coach. As much as I love to coach, I gotta take care of my house. That comes first. Family is first, regardless. So that is a big problem. So that that might have something to do with the quality of the coaches because the ones that actually probably could do the best job can't afford to do it because of the current situation. Shout out to Florida Hoop Legends came through. I said he said he met you yesterday, Coach. So I saw him. I didn't get a chance to meet him, but I appreciate
Yeah,
everything you do for
great
high school
conversation with him.
basketball too, Florida Hoops Legends. Mr. Riley says that he thinks that private schools taken away from the public schools. Frat, Mr. Hogan, Ronnie Hogan, he said he felt like it's too many schools in Lakeland. The talent is diminished. It's not centralized like it used to be. Just catching everybody up. Frank said he talked about the training and development is lacking. We're not developing kids. Coach Seibel from All Saints. Shout out to Coach Seibel checking in. Once again, and then also PC Gridiron. Shout out to PC Gridiron. Say football has always been king, right? And I don't know if that's ever going to change. One thing I think that has kind of slipped in and seeped in to kind of take away is now this 7-on-7 with football. And it's no knock to football to 7-on-7, but there used to be a respect with football. And because basketball, we got to respect the football kids during football season, right? The kids that play basketball, you got to respect them. That's unwritten rule in Polk County. But it's like it's not being reciprocated on the other end. They got these tournaments that's happening during basketball season, and you got these people that got these 7-on-7 teams that are pulling these kids to go play in these tournaments, and they're not even coming to their basketball games to go play in a 7-on-7, which to me is a complete slap. I think that's wrong that you even putting the kid in the position to have to choose whether I'm going to go play in a 7-on-7. I'm going to play with my team, and I think that has become more prevalent as well. And it's a mix of stuff that's happening that never happened back in the day. So maybe we just didn't understand how good we had it, Coach. Maybe we didn't understand how good we had it. Your parent would drop your kid. You drop the kid off at practice. You know you couldn't go home talking about no coach. Coach did this, that, and the third. Man, you better not walk in the house talking about what coach did. You better not walk in the house if your mama come home and it's 3:30 and you home. What you doing home? What? I know y'all got practice. Like it nowadays. Sometimes some of the coaches saying parents come home and ask them what they want to eat. Like it's just such a different time, Coach. It's so many different like things that are in place now that were not in place, and none of them are benefiting basketball. It's like they're all taken away from it. So I told many coaches, my heart goes out to y'all because the stuff that y'all dealing with, man, is first of all, stuff you shouldn't have to deal with. But how do you manage it? And to Mr. Dibble's point, our development, you know, the grassroots, we've lost that, right? Like you say, Coach, if for me, when I was at Lakeland High School, Simpson Park in Lakeland, you know, they played games on the weekend on Saturday. And every Saturday, well, you know, I was tapped in with the Fire at the time, you know, so I'm already that's my background. So between me and we at Simpson Park every Saturday, and we got on Lakeland High School stuff, and we making sure that we there for the little babies, but for sure we there when the 7th and 8th grade kids playing. You in the gym, right? And if it's a kid that, you know, we know that's kind of, you know, that's like that coming to us, and that Coach, I'm calling Coach Collins. Hey, Coach Collins, you busy? What's up, Coach? I say, hey man, can you get down to SIP? I'm on the way. It was never Coach, and he walking in there in full Lakeland stuff to make it visible that I think we don't that enough. Some coaches do that, Coach, but if I know that I got a strong class coming in and they supposed to be coming to me, man, if you at the rec, somebody there, if you got a game, somebody there, when Ray Davis with the Polk Network had the little 20-30 8th grade turnout, shootout, all-star game, you gonna have to wonder what's wrong that I'm not there. Somebody from my school is not there, because representation matters, Coach. If not able these kids, they see you, that means something. You're sending a message before you even say a word. And if you're not in the gym, if you're not talking to these kids, like the kid, Coach, we watching the Villages last night, and the number 23, the Jomar kid, because he's a Polk County kid. Video in the Villages, and he killing us. Like, and he 27 in the whole country in his class for next year. Never stepped on a high school campus in Polk County. Never did. And I ain't saying there's anybody fall over there where he was supposed to go at. I'm just saying that he not here. And Coach, back in the day, we didn't lose them type of kids. And they at least came for a little while. They left at some point, but we didn't lose them, Coach. That kid never took a class, Coach. He never even made the first period. He never even had a first day outfit on, Coach. Not in the Polk County school. So what? It's like it's so many variables, and I think Frank was saying is at this point we can't catch up.
Coach,
can we catch up? Is it an epidemic to the point of epic proportions, or can we say?
I don't think we can go back to where we were. I don't think we're gonna ever.
So we'll never get back.
No. I think we'll always be top heavy between 3 and 5 teams, but it'll never be back where the entire county was tough. And because we really not talking that long ago. You know what I'm saying? It's not like we talking a long time ago, coach. We talking about in the last 15 years, maybe, where it was still parity here in Polk County. And I was talking to the Hoop Legends guy, coach. We better be careful because coach, these vultures out here, they trying to pick up the few kids that we have here, coach.
Stealing them, coach. And we make it easy,
Coach.
coach. We make it easy for them to steal them.
And coach, they offer some stuff that we can't really compete with. So it's important that we build relationships and we gather the resources in order to keep our own kids, coach.
Man, Coach Blicker told me, and hopefully he'll mind me saying it, when they went over and played the Villagers this week, he said, one of the it was like one of the people that's watching the game, wasn't the coaching staff, so it's not on the Villagers coaching staff, but one of the Villagers, that's their whole community city, said they said to one of his freshman kids, say it was just the only person that said something to was the two freshman kids. Hey, the guys called him and said, hey. He said, we buy houses over here. We'll buy your house. That's what the guy told a 9th grade kid. We'll buy you and your family a house. And Coach Blick said, I heard it with my ears. Like, Coach, how am I gonna compete with this guy? Like, and he's serious. We buy houses over here. We'll put you in a house. There wasn't no Villages around back when we coached these, right? No. Back in the day, right? So the landscape has changed. You like Coach Collins, shout out to Coach Collins, man. Man, I got to see my niece yesterday, man. That was the highlight of the day, man. Oh, Savannah Collins, man. My niece doing big things, doing the whole broadcasting. She's a sideline reporting, man, and she saw me, came over, we caught up, but it was just it was the whole Mosaic. We're gonna talk about Mosaic in a second. That last statement, but last two, lack of admin leadership and coaching. I just don't know. But this is the thing, Coach, about the coaching part of it. I know sometimes we say that the coaches ain't getting paid. Unfortunately, the coaches ain't been getting paid
forever,
for a long time. But back in the day, Coach, we knew he was getting them peanuts, but guys still went out there and coached like you was getting a 6-figure salary.
But Coach, that's why I say, bro, when you had me, you should have kept me. Now the price tag too high. You know what I'm saying? So, but Coach, you talked about football respecting basketball season, right? Coach, basketball is not respecting basketball no more. Like, Coach, they are having tryouts for high school basketball teams during the season. Like, where they do that at? Like, why are we doing that?
That is a valid point.
Like, why are we having high school tryouts for travel ball during the season? And I think that's so disrespectful. And then if my kid go there and get hurt, well, we gonna have a problem. We gonna have a problem. First of all, they better not tell me that they're going.
Yeah, because what you do once you do that, Coach, now like one of the coaches, once I know that you're doing it, I can't ignore what I know. Like if you once it's communicated, once I find out, I gotta address it. I gotta do something with it. I don't know if that's Chris King, my former teammate with Kathleen back in the day. Shout out to Chris if that's who you are on YouTube, saying it's not as bad as y'all think. So we just spoiled. We are spoiled, Hasi, if that's you. We are very spoiled.
And but he's the reason.
You are the reason. We are the reason we spoiled, Coach. We are the reason because we want that back. Selfishly, we want the late 90s and early 2000s back. We don't like 2025, 2026. We don't like going in Orlando and Palm Beach and Lauderdale and Miami, getting it all. We selfish. We are unapologetically Polk County. So yes, we are spoiled, and we don't make no We don't apologize for that, and we definitely want it back. So how can we get it back? See, what we need to do? That's what we want to know. What is the sauce to get us back on top? Because right now we're not on top.
We're not on
We're
top,
not
coach.
on top.
And
I don't
one
even know
more
if we're in
thing,
the. I don't even know if we're in the middle.
one more thing, I have to say this, and it's for my boy, the point guard. You know what I'm saying? It's for the All State PG, right? Y'all get on here and y'all criticize us about rankings, especially player rankings. But when these kids get out here on the court and they play against talent that's equal or better, they do not perform. They do not perform. But yet we're disrespecting, you guys in your game, or a parent is complaining about where their kid is ranked. You know what I'm saying? And when you're getting put on that stage, and I'm not saying all of them, but it's a lot of them. You know what I'm saying? When they get the opportunity, especially to get in front of us, live, coach, the production is not there. And I know that's one of the things that Corey was gonna come on here and talk about. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Do we pay attention to stats? I pay attention to stats like all the time. When coaches send us their stats, I want to see who's consistently in those stat lines like every week. You know what I'm saying? I'm grateful enough that I referee, that I'm able to see a lot of teams. I'm also grateful enough that we have the NFHS network, so I'm able to go online and watch games. You know what I'm saying? And what y'all are telling us and what we seeing on film, it don't align.
The
It it
math, the
it,
math ain't
it
math.
don't align.
Yeah. So, and to Coach Blicker point, Coach Blicker, you're you almost an aberration to the rule because you're always in the gym, always developing kids, always working. And to Coach Blicker's credit, he's not just working with his guys. He be working with the babies, the elementary kids, middle school, anybody who come in the gym, they getting work. And
I
we
said my
don't have as
brother.
much. We don't have that. We don't have
No,
enough of that. Coach Blicker is an albatross almost in that area, and it shows. His kids go out and play. They fundamentally sound. They disciplined. I know he probably feel differently, after the last couple of games he played, but it ain't. It's obvious what you're doing, coach, and thank God for you and what you do for the kids and for Polk County. Um, we don't have as much. We don't have more of that. But yeah, Coach Blicker, you can't compete with somebody telling you they're gonna give you a house and a job. What school in Polk County can put your child in a house and a job with a straight face and mean it and can do it? Like there's nothing to do. But yes, sir, Pastor Pickett. Shout out to Pastor Pickett for always tapping in and supporting us, man. It's like I say that football, basketball, there used to be an unwritten respect rule. Even like in the summer, we know in June it's summer league, right? You play summer league because you're sharing kids in some cases. In July, basketball, you hands off because they football. They getting ready for football. July, August. So you may not get your football kids back until the season over with. And it worked for 90% of the programs. They didn't commingle. They didn't go and schedule stuff purposely. I saw Coach Smith, shout out to Coach Smith, football coach for All Saints, say that he don't do anything. He respects his basketball program. That respect I just think I don't think it's fair to ask a 15, 16, or 17-year-old kid to choose, especially if their ticket is football. They're playing basketball, but their ticket is football. You got a tournament they're going to 7-on-7, especially, you going out of state, you going out of town, and you selling all these bells and whistles. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to go to school and play point, but I'm going to school to play corner. And you selling the dream. And I think
and
it's
the result of that, coach, is they're not coming out and playing now. Some teams are suffering because they do not have those football kids because they refuse to figure out a way how to share athletes. And coach, we've always shared athletes. You yourself played multiple sports. I played 3 sports. You know what I'm saying? Even when I coach, I coached football and I coached basketball at the same time. I had a great relationship with my football coach. We figured out how to make it work. You know what I'm saying? We just from communication alone, coach, they don't even communicate now. They don't even try to work together. And then you don't form the relationships with those kids. Now those kids don't want to play for you and they don't come out and play.
And now they don't play. And it's so so then we get where we don't oh my bad, Florida Hoop Legends, my bad, Chris. So I know you cover we just cover Polk County. You cover everybody. So you saying it's not just us. Other people are feeling the same thing. And they probably are. And I'm not disagreeing. I'm not, we tunnel vision when it comes to Polk County. But we just know, and like I said, to your point, we've been spoiled. And we don't apologize for that.
Yeah.
We have been to the top. Once you've been to the top, once you've been the best, anything that's not that is that's not something that we had never been to the top. We had never been in the conversation as the top county in the state, including Dade County, Palm Beach, Broward, and Orange. Then we'll be like, okay. But we have been. So we selfishly, we want that back. We want that back. We feel like we deserve to have that back. And so why not? But so we're trying to, but we do, you gotta acknowledge that it's an issue, that it's a problem. You gotta acknowledge that it's an issue that needs to be addressed, which, we use our platform for. And then how can we fix it? How can we fix it? Because we're going to talk Mosaic here in a second, and then we're going to talk district. And, it's just something that we, once again, feel very strongly that we need to be able to do better. And shout out to Carlton. I'm not sure. Well, let's talk about it. Okay, the Mosaic. We was Friday and Saturday. We had a it was some interesting games that happened before Friday and Saturday. So Fort Meade, our top 10, it was a tough week for the top 10. Fort Meade took their first loss to Lakeland Christian. Then turned around the next night and Lakeland Christian lost to McKeel. Santa Fe had a tough loss over at the Villages. And then this weekend at the Mosaic, for you all that are not aware, we had 9 games, and as Polk County, we always try to feel like we're going to be Coach Wilcox, we're not trying to turn them into a soft county. We want basketball to be at a high level, man. And football helps us to not be soft, but we gotta play fair, man. And they're not playing fair. You know that. They're not playing. Some of them guys not playing fair. We gotta get along in the sandbox. And some of them guys, they being real selfish in the sandbox. That's all we saying. But we went 3-6 for you all that are not aware. So we lost the first game. Kathleen lost a heartbreaker to Apopka by 2 at the buzzer. Got kid hit a shot at the buzzer after the Frederick kid hit a 3 to tie it up, 47-45. Lakeland fought back. Lakeland got down against Charlotte and fought back and ended up winning the game 60-55. Bartow ran up on the number 3 team in the state. And shout out to McGriff for not being afraid to play a tough opponent, but they were extremely good. Lake Island Prep is as advertised, and so it was tougher for Bartow. They took one on the chin on Friday. So we went 1-2 on Friday. Then Saturday morning, Winter Haven lost to Miami Norland. Second game, Discovery in Leesburg. Discovery lost by 2, 75-73. But even in that game, Discovery had some personnel issues. So, and for y'all that was there, it's not like it's private knowledge. They sat 5 kids the first half for personnel issues. 4 of them were starters. So 4 starters didn't even play the first half, and they ended up losing by 2 to they was down like 15, and then they were down like 7 at the half. They ended up losing by 2 at the buzzer. But you dealing with personnel issues in the Mosaic, and you got district next week. So they lost by 2. Armandale beat St. Pete Gibbs 51-41. And then Santa Fe lost to Windermere. Santa Fe just couldn't hit a shot. It was a tough day for them. Frustrated. I know Coach Blicker was very frustrated. Appreciate Coach Blicker, taking the time to interview halftime and post game. I know he was a professional about it, but I know it was grinding his gears. And like you say, he already back in the gym because he just works right. So then Victory played Windermere Prep, and Victory was very impressive in their win over Windermere Prep. And then the nightcap was Bartow in the rematch against the Villagers. Bartow beat the Villagers in their gym and during their tournament, and the Villagers came back and they were
Coach. Some people came and set the second place trophy in the middle of the floor, Coach, while they was warming up. Them people came in with a purpose.
Oh, that's what that was.
That's what that was. That was the second place trophy. Coach.
Oh, I didn't know that's what that was.
Yeah, that was the second.
Okay, so I saw them do that. So they came in with a chip on their shoulder and they played that way. Them and we said this, Coach, and I'm gonna say it right now. And it may not go over well in the chat and on here, but the number 3 for the Villagers, for y'all that watched the game, he was the 4th best player on that team, 4th best kid on that team, and he would be, he would probably be the top if we were doing the rankings, which we do. He would be probably the top kid. If he's not the top kid, he definitely would be in the conversation in Polk County. He the fourth best kid on the Villagers. And he ain't no big kid now. He about 6'1", 6'2", so he average height. Now the other 3 kids, the kid that's going to LSU, he's 6'8". The kid that was at Haines City, he's 6'8". Then the kid going to Air Force, he's 6'7", 6'8". But this kid like 6'1", 6'2", Coach, but he tough now. He tough. And so we went 3-6, y'all. We went 3-6. And so as overall, we didn't do as well in the county. And so besides Victory, Coach, Victory was impressive. Lakeland was impressive. Armandale was impressive. I mean, so what do we take away from the Mosaic as we get ready for the new season? Because everybody's 0-0 now. Everybody's 0-0. The real season begins. Some people gonna start putting their jersey to the left, shorts to the right. So, what do you take away from the Mosaic? What are your takeaway from the Mosaic besides Armandale? The thing that impressed me the most about Victory was how well they played defense, Coach. Like they went out there and they guarded people. Like they shut the Bass kid that who going to Florida State. You wouldn't have known he was a P5 kid going to Florida State with how they guarded him, Coach. So what was your takeaway from the Mosaic overall, and then anything in specific that stuck out to you?
Again, I expected it to be probably like even as far as the record goes, Polk versus everybody. So going 3-6, I was a little disappointed. Now, the positives that I've seen out of it, one of them you just pointed out was Victory. Victory, I didn't think was really good in the beginning of the season as far as their defense goes, as far as their help defense goes. I can tell they have been intentional about it in practice, and it showed yesterday, Coach. If they play defense like that, they're going to be they're really going to be a tough team to beat in the playoffs. Bartow is struggling to score, Coach. And I never thought I'd see that with this particular team, especially with the pieces that they have. The games that they lost, even though it's great competition, Coach, they haven't been able to put up great offensive numbers. And I think that has to be addressed by McGriff and his coaching staff. And they're going to have to figure out a way to put up more points. Are they competing? Yes. Are they giving the utmost effort? Yes. But just so happened they're in the toughest region in the state. If it's not first, it's second. You know what I'm saying? If it's the first region that I think about that's really, really tough is the one with Lake Highland Prep, Windermere Prep, and the villages. The villages is third in their region, coach. The next region that's really tough is the one that Bartow, Edgewater, and Evans are in. You know what I'm saying? So McGriff did a great job with his schedule to get them prepared, but now they're gonna have to put up a shut up when it comes in the playoffs. Right now, Edgewater will have to come to them, but then they will have to go to Evans and beat them. I think Auburndale helped themselves out with a big win. Hopefully that prepares them in the playoffs. I seen Coach E Saturday. Um, you can see a different walk with Coach E. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can tell that they're trending in the right direction, and I love to see that with them. Lakeland is dangerous, Coach. Like Coach Hen them is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? You cannot sleep on them. You got to prepare for them. You don't know what team you're gonna get from them. If they listen to their coach, I think they can compete with anybody.
Yeah.
But I don't think you want to play Lakeland right now.
He got some dogs on that team, and Coach McGriff will never say this, but he'll just but they had a big piece that wasn't playing, the kid Matt Williams, the kid that actually hit this game winning shot to beat the Villagers. He had the flu, so he hasn't played all week. He didn't play Tuesday night. He didn't play Friday or Saturday. He right now he's giving them like 12 a game, and so not having him offensively hurt. And hopefully get well soon, Matt. So you'll be back next week for your team. But he was out sick, so that impacts them from an offensive standpoint and from body standpoint, because Griffin only got 9 kids, 10 kids on the roster. So you need everybody you can get.
Coach, what bothers me the most about Bartow is I saw them arguing on the court amongst each other, and I was able to talk to them during the Villages tournament, and I basically told them that they need to stick together no matter what. Only thing that would stop them is them being destroyed from within. So I'm gonna echo that.
Now, Coach, to your point, and everybody saw it, right? In the post-game interview, I don't know if y'all saw it. The post-game interview I did with him, Radrick James had said something about it, and McGriff stopped him. He was like, "There's nothing wrong with having a disagreement or arguing. Families argue. That just show that you got passion. If you ain't arguing, that's like you comatose." So he didn't necessarily see it as a negative. I know how he spin it, and he the GOAT. He the best at spinning it. He gonna have to spin it because it was out there on display. But he didn't see that necessarily as a negative. But like you say, it could be something. We're not in the locker room. We're not in their practice, so we don't know. But on the surface, like you say, you don't want to be out there arguing. It's not a good look. But he did in the post game. He did clarify it and said, that's not necessarily a bad thing. So maybe he sees it different. Maybe he's gonna spin it and use it. He got 3 days to do so. And to Coach Blicker's point and PC Gridiron, I mean, we're saying, I guess on paper, that the kid number 3, I guess that's Britt, is the 4th best kid, but on the floor, he was not the 4th best kid. So to you, I'm not disagreeing. I know Coach Blicker is he know his stuff, obviously, right? So he know exactly what he talking about. But he definitely was the best player on the floor and on their team Saturday. So to say he's, and that's saying something when you got a kid that signed with LSU, you got a kid signed with Air Force, and you got a kid that is top 60 in his class in 2027. That kid is the top kid on the floor. So for some of these teams, Coach, like Bartow, we're gonna transition into the district now. The fact that they getting rest at the right time, right? So they don't have to play again until Friday. because they're in the semis, right? They don't have to play till Thursday. They don't have to play till Thursday. So they got 3 days to they have to they got 3 days to rest and to recalibrate. And then some other teams like we're and I was saying this, coach, besides Victory is pretty, they play a lot of guys, but I don't know if any of the other teams really play a lot of guys. I don't even know if a lot of teams got a lot of guys to play. Like the depth, that's the other thing, coach. And I guess that's the to Frat point earlier. I guess it's spread out. Victory they play 9 guys, coach, and they coming in and they run them in. That's kind of the Villages playing 9 guys. They got a prep playing 9 guys. I don't know besides Victory if we got anybody that can play 9 guys. I think Arbondale may play 9 guys. But Bartow doesn't have. They don't have a lot of depth. Santa Fe don't have a lot of depth. Lakeland don't have a lot of depth. But the guys that they're playing are quality kids. So now getting a little break may be coming at the right time. So as we move into the district, we'll go top to bottom. We'll go 7A down to rural. So district tournament starts this week for you all that are not aware. So at this point, we are 0-0. So everything that you've done has put you in position. And let's clarify this for people that may not know this, okay? What's up, Coach Powell, Lake Region? Appreciate you being in the chat. The games that were played this week have no bearing on the district tournament. The games that were played this week have bearings on the regional and the playoff seedings. So the district tournament seedings have already been set. So nothing that teams did this week had anything to do with what they're doing as they get ready for this week. Okay? Because I know some people were kind of sometimes that stuff can kind of get confusing. And so 7A, and so we got two different districts in 7A. So we got half our teams in 7A District 9, half our teams in 7A District 10. So games start on Tuesday, right? Some people start on Tuesday, some people start on Monday, most people start on Tuesday. So, Coach, we'll start with 7A and just kind of get your thoughts on it. We posted all this stuff on the page, y'all. We'll post them again on the actual game day. But 7A District 10, the quarterfinals, we have George Jenkins is the 4 seed hosting Plant City. And the 1 seed in that district is Newsom. On the other side of the bracket, you got the 3 seed is Strawberry Crest. They will host 6 seed Durant. And the 2 seed in that district is Winter Haven. So we got Winter Haven as a 2 seed, Jenkins as a 4 seed. What is your thoughts on the 7A District 10 district? Can we have a Polk County? We can have a Polk County final. We can have Jenkins against Winter Haven. Is that something that you think that'll happen? What's your take? What's your take on that?
No, I don't think it'll be a Polk County final, but I expect Winter Haven to be in the district final, and I actually expect Winter Haven to win it. I've seen Newsom. They played Bartow earlier this year. They're not very good, but it'll be tough. It's a little bit tougher when you're playing over there. But I think Winter Haven is at least good enough to win it in that particular district. And it'll be a good win for them because I think they're the 8th seed in that region right now. If they could possibly move up to the 7th, I think it'd be beneficial for them.
Okay. So you think Jenkins can get the Plant City game, but you think it's going to be tough for them to go into Newsom and not Newsom out with what they got. So we're predicting Winter Haven to take that district.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Pastor Pickett, you just dropped the bomb on us with that one. I mean, that's a humongous elephant in the room. That they giving out houses. We just talked about. I mean, I guess Village is not a private school; they're charter schools, but they are giving out houses, and they're not bashful about telling you they're giving out houses. So, all right, 7A District 9, we got the 4 seed is Poinciana, 5 seed is Celebration, and the 1 seed is Kissimmee Osceola. on the other side of the bracket is the Polk County side of the bracket. So we got at least one Polk County team gonna make it to the district championship. Called the 3 seed is Davenport. They'll host Haines City, and the winner gets a 2 seed, which is Ridge. So what's your take on who makes it to the district final, and can either of those teams beat Kissimmee Osceola?
No to your last question. Osceola's gonna win that district.
Okay.
The fact of who they play, I think Davenport is trending up at the end of the season, where that game against Ridge is going to be very, very competitive. Um, you know, of course, I'm rooting for my kids. If not, they're going to be on my head. Um, I think Ridge has proven that they can beat them, and so I see a Ridge Osceola final with Osceola winning the district.
Like you said at the right time, coach. And you know the thing about it at this point, you got guys that can put the ball in the basket and get their own shot. You got a shot, and Davenport got 2 of them, right? They got the Achilles kid and the Jules kid.
Jules.
They are both. That's a tough duo. So, and then that's a rivalry game, right? That Davenport Ridge game. So it's a rivalry game. So
they're right around the corner, coach.
That's gonna be a good one there. So
Jules and I talk every day, and he knows what the expectation is for them to get in the playoff. They know they got to win the district.
They got to win the district to get in.
Got to win the district to get in.
Okay. All right. Going to 6A District 7. We got the 4 seed Lake Buena Vista will be taking on Horizon, and the winner will get Bartow. Bartow's the 1 seed in the semis. On the other half, it's the semis because it's a 5-team district. So the 2 and 3 seed automatically go to the semis. You got Lakeland and Lake Gibson. Lakeland is a 2 seed. Lake Gibson is a 3 seed. So what's your take on 6A District 7?
Coach Henderson is playing well at the right time. He's got some quality wins over the last 2 weeks. I think will propel him. He can't sleep on Lake Gibson. Lake Gibson has beat him already this year.
They already beat him, so yeah.
But I do see Bartow and Lakeland in the district final with Bartow being the district champion.
You like Bartow, think that hit. Now, this is the question. If Lakeland does not beat did the Charlotte win do enough to get Lakeland into the top 8?
I think so. Last time I looked at it, I think they would have got in regardless.
Okay, so they're already in.
Yes, it's just a matter of placement.
Okay, so the Charlotte win was big.
Yes, it definitely it helped for sure.
Got them in. Okay, all right.
But I'm gonna look at it again.
You're predicting the Bartow Lakeland district final right now.
Yes,
Bartow winning. Okay. All right. 5A District 8 is all Polk County. Well, no, it's one team that's not Polk County. So the quarterfinals, you have the 4 seed Kathleen will be hosting the 5 seed Tampa Freedom, and the winner gets the 1 seed Arbondale. Then on the other side, once again, it's another 5-team district. So the 2 and 3 seed automatically go to the semis on Thursday. The 2 seed, one of the sneakiest team, probably one of the hottest teams, as well. 2 seed is Sebring. They'll be hosting Lake Wells. So what do you think about in that district? 4-5, Kathleen, Tampa Freedom. The winner gets Arbondale. On the other side, Sebring versus Lake Wells. The game will be at Sebring because Sebring is 2 seed.
Okay. But going back to Lakeland, Coach, they got to make the district final. Right now, they're teetering.
Okay.
On that line, I think they have to make the district final in order to get in. But the Charlotte win did help them.
Gotcha.
Going to 5A, I see Kathleen and Arbondale. Arbondale winning that game.
Coach Blickers on. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Coach. Go
ahead. And then I like Sebring at home. So I see a Sebring Arbondale final with Arbondale winning the district championship.
Does Sebring get in if they don't win district?
No.
Okay, so they got to win to get
Yeah, they
in.
got to win to get in. I text Coach Princeton earlier this weekend. We had that conversation, so he knows what he needs to do in order to get in.
So they playing pretty good. They got the Hester kid, the PG, and then they got them two bigs inside, the Tony kid and the Zwayer kid. They've gotten, like you say, trending. They've been trending from the
Mm-hmm.
start of the year to now. So
It's just unfortunate they're just too far behind. They have to win the district to get in.
got to win district. They started too slow. Okay. All right, 4A District 7, we got to talk about it, but we know it's going to be an uphill battle, but we got to talk about it because everybody's 0-0, right? So everybody, you got a shot as long as it's 0. Coach, you got a shot. I know you're looking, but all right, the 4 seed. Hey man, we got to talk about it, man. We talk all Polk County. So Coach left me for a minute, so I'm gonna do this one by myself. All right. So the quarterfinals, you got the 4 seed, which is Lake Region. They'll be hosting the 5 seed, which is Tenor Rock. They just played each other, and Tenor Rock won that one, so it's a kind of a rematch. The winner gets the 1 seed Orlando Bishop Moore. On the other side, you got the 3 seed, which is Wachula Hardee. They will host 6 seed Mulberry, and the winner of that gets Kissimmee Liberty in the semis. So we got 3 Polk County teams in that. We got Lake Region, Tenor Rock, Mulberry. It's been a tough season for all 3 of those guys. So, but anything can happen, man. It's the playoffs. It's winner you go home, you lose. It's shirts to the left, jerseys to the right. It's gonna be tough. It'll be tough for any of our Polk County teams in that one. Just keeping it a buck. But hey, man, we pulling for you, Coach Shate. We pulling for you, Coach Pearsall. We pulling for you, Coach Dickey. But it's probably gonna be a little tough one. All right. Because we want to make sure we give everybody they shake on Polk Hoop. That's what we do. All right, 3A District 9, Coach. We got two districts in 3A also. So 3A District 9, we got Lincoln Park Academy is the 4 seed playing against the 5 seed Lake Placid, and they get the winner against the 1 seed Tradition Prep, and that's another 5-team district. So it's on the other side it's a semi game. The 2 seed is Avon Park. They be hosting Somerset College Prep. So does Avon Park have a shot, Coach?
They have a shot, but I don't think they get in this year. They do have a shot though. If they play together, don't let the emotions get the best of them. They can go in. They can win that district.
Gotcha. Okay. And Coach Williams, as far as you say, Lake Region only got like 10 games. You get a maximum of 25 games you can schedule. You don't have to schedule all 25. So some teams choose to use all 25. Some teams choose not to. And that's kind of weird to me too. That's another new thing. Yeah, when I was coaching, we scheduled every game that we could schedule. Sometimes you try to sneak a game in, you couldn't schedule. Nowadays, some coaches choose not to do all 25, which is, it's different. Everything's different. So they chose not to use all 25 of them, Coach. So that's why you see that. 3A District 6, we got a couple Polk County teams in that one. The 4 seed is McKeel. McKeel is pretty dangerous. They the 5. They're dangerous, Coach, but I know. I'm surprised you're still here. I'm surprised you ain't blacked me out yet. But the 4 seed is the McKeel. They hosted 4 Corners, which is the 5 seed. The winner gets the 1 seed, which is Lake Island Prep. On the other side, it's another 5-team bracket. So it's an automatic, 2 and 3 seed automatically go to the semis. The 2 seed is Windermere Prep, and they will be hosting Discovery, the 3 seed. That's a rematch of last year's game. Discovery won the game last year. So can Discovery get by Windermere Prep? And right now Discovery is like 7 in the region. The last time they did one. What would Discovery need? That was a tough loss against Leesburg. That would have helped them. What does Discovery need to do to get in, or is it a done deal? What's your take on 3? That's a tough. That's a tough district. Discovery is 3 in the district. They're like 19-6, and you're in the district with the number 3 team in the state of Florida, and like Windermere Prep is like top 10 or top 20 as well.
Oh, those are top 2 seeds in the region.
And that's the top 2 seeds in the region as well. So you have, by all means, Coach Weeds has done an outstanding job with the personnel. Him and Coach Hughes and what they lost, but then your reward for it is you in there with them people. So 386, Coach. What can they do? Them and McKeel, what can they do?
McKeel can't do nothing but show up and play and just hope for the best. Like you say, you just don't know how the ball gonna bounce that particular day. Just hope that everything that you throw up goes in. You have a chance putting on your clothes, walking in the gym. You have an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? You have to play your best basketball coach in order to beat them people.
Ever.
And it's not a shot at McKeel. I think they improved this year from last year. You know what I'm saying? They just coach, they in a gauntlet. Like it is what it is. Discovery on the other side is in a unique position. If I'm Coach Wheelan's, I really don't put a lot into the district tournament. Because the thing is, once you play Windermere Prep, you're going to have to turn around and play them again in the region. And that's the game that you have to win. You know what I'm saying? So if it's something that he wants to try to look at in that first game, that's what I would do. Because regardless of the result, you're going to have to turn around and play them again on that next Saturday.
So you're predicting that they'll get in, and you already predicting their opponent's going to be Windermere Prep.
It's going to be Windermere Prep.
Wow. So in that case, if that's you, how do you coach Thursday?
Like I said, I'm trying stuff and see what I'm gonna be successful at against them, so I can pull out all tricks and trades when it comes to that next Saturday, because that's the one that really counts. Because you mess around and you beat them this time, can you put up that same effort when it really counts in the playoffs? You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, as a coach, I'm not putting a lot of stock in the district semis. I'm really just trying stuff to see what my strategy is going to be for that next Saturday, because they're going to line it up again.
Well, this is the thing, though, Coach. Let's just look ahead. Lake Island Prep going to be the 1 seed, right?
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to be the 8 seed, right?
You don't want to be the 8 seed.
So,
but I remember looking at it. I think Discovery was a lock for that 7 seed.
And so the 7 seed and Windermere Prep is a lot for the 2 seed.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's not going to change.
I got you.
I don't think the Villages are going to.
So it don't matter if one of them teams in Tampa or one of them other districts that ain't got really good teams end up sneaking in. That don't.
Now that's a possibility. If you mess around and lose the district tournament to somebody that don't supposed to be there, it could bump you.
Yeah, like that. I was talking to Coach Hughes earlier today, because like if say Sarasota Mooney or somebody like Tampa Catholic needs to win the district for them to stay 7, but if one of them other people sneak around and get in there, that could bump them down to 8 if they don't win. Yeah, so you got to hope that Tampa Catholic handle their business, because if not, you end up with an 8 seed and you got to go see Lake Island Prep first game, and that ain't what you want.
Hold on.
So I'm like, Coach, I don't know.
Ain't. So let me say this. Now that you said that, Discovery is going to be the 8 seed.
Yeah, come on now.
And I'm going to tell you why. Because nobody from District 7 is in the top 10. District 7.
Somebody got to win that. Somebody got to get in. Got to win that district. Yeah.
And right now it's Cocoa Beach. Their rating is 0.8 and their strength of schedule is negative 3.1. It's the highest team in District 7.
And somebody got to get in.
But the thing is, Discovery can't catch Cardinal Mooney.
So Discovery is going to end up 7. They're
going to end up the 8 seed.
They're going to lock. They locked in for 8.
They locked in for 8, whether they beat Windermere Prep or not.
Coach Blicker said he think they 7. They locked in for 7. Which
Can't be.
they hoping they Coach Blicker is more right than you.
Coach, they can't be because there's nobody representing District 7 in the top 8. So
Coco could be 8 if once they
but
end.
You know what? Coach Blicker is right.
So Coco will be 8.
Coco will be 8, and Discovery will be 7. Even though there'll be a district winner, there'll be 8. So yeah, Discovery, like I said, Discovery will be 7. They'll turn around and play Windermere Prep on next Saturday.
And so, but no, Coach Blicker said he think Village is gonna jump Windermere Prep. So Windermere Village is gonna be the 2 seed.
That's possibly true.
So who you want? You want Windermere Prep or you want the Villages?
Coach, I will play Windermere Prep before I play the Villages. At the Villages,
I don't want none of them. But if it's me, I don't want the Villages. Not at the Villages. But I may not want them at Discovery. But
the thing is, Windermere Prep's strength of schedule is going to increase also. So it's going to be close between them and the Villages. The Villages did themselves a favor by beating Bartow, but because Windermere's Prep district is so tough, they play Discovery, and they're going to play Lake Highland Prep. That's going to increase their strength of schedule too. So it's going to be close. It's going to come down to the wire. When it comes to that,
I don't know. And Discovery got caught over there the other day, like last year, and I don't know if they still recovered from last year. So that's
that's going to be interesting.
Coach Blicker say, he ain't trying to. You don't want to get caught over there. That ain't what you want.
You don't want to go up there and play, Coach.
Yeah, that ain't what you want.
And Lake Highland Prep doing themselves a favor by being the number 1 seed, so they'll have to go to them.
You don't want Villages over there. That Lake Highland Prep, bro, they got Lake Highland Prep, Villages, and Windermere Prep in the same region.
Yes.
That's sheesh.
With Tampa Catholic.
And Tampa Catholic. Coach Weeds, Coach Hughes, Coach Pride. Oh, man. Praying for y'all. All right, Coach. 2A District 5. We got 7 teams in that district. That's probably one of our biggest districts. So the 4 seed is Cornerstone Charter against the 5 seed Martyr Brighton Lakes, and the winner gets the 1 seed, which is Santa Fe in the semis. So the other side we got 3 quarterfinal games in that because it's 7 seeds. The only bye went to Santa Fe as the 1 seed. The 2 seed is Foundation Academy playing the 7 seed Ridgeview Global, and the 3 seed is Lakeland Christian playing the 6 seed New Dimensions. Can we see a Santa Fe Lakeland Christian district final?
You can.
I don't know nothing about Foundation Academy, so I don't know.
You can, but I don't know if you will. I don't think Lakeland Christian's schedule prepared them to get to where they want to, even though I still think they get into the playoffs.
So Lakeland Christian to get in, you just don't know if they'll get to the district final. You don't think they can beat Foundation?
No, Foundation's got a tougher schedule, strength of schedule, play better teams, play more teams than them, and I think that gives them the advantage.
What do you think? I forgot about Calvary Christian. They're in that Calvary Christian in that region too, Coach. With
they're in that region too. But Calvary Christian hadn't tightened up well.
Yeah, but I mean, from a tradition standpoint, they usually pretty good too. Mm-hmm. Coach, what do you think about the Borders kid over there? So the Lakeland Christian got 3 kids that can score between Borders, Donahue, and Howard.
You know what? I forgot about that. I haven't seen them since he started playing. So that could be the boost that they need to get over that.
I know he had. I saw the legend had him in their tremendous 10. He had 31 the other night, I guess. I forgot who they played, but he had 31 the other night. But
now that you mentioned that, they could get the Santa Fe Lakeland Christian district final, and he could be that difference maker to take them over the edge.
Yeah,
He's a great athlete.
I personally think with him, I think that'll get them. Yeah. I think that'll get them over the top now.
I refed a couple of games and he wasn't playing, so I just completely forgot about him.
Yeah, I think he make a big difference. So that Santa Fe Lakeland Christian game, that would be worth the price of admission just for the fans and the The stuff on the court will be extra, but the stuff in the stands is gonna be even better. Like so,
with him they can beat Foundation, and we can get that all Polk district final.
okay, I'm me, I'm pro, so I'm pro Polk, so I'm predicting Santa Fe, Lakeland Christian in the district final. I like them to beat Foundation with him. Now without him, maybe, but I think they can go in the Foundation with Borders. And
like
they got three guys. Yeah, they got 3 guys that can get you 17 or more. I don't think I don't think they can beat Santa Fe, but I do think they can beat Foundation.
Okay.
All right, 1A District 9. We got 5 teams in that district. McLaughlin is the 4 seed versus Oasis, the 5 seed. I know. And they get the 1 seed, they get Victory. On the other side, City of Life is a 2 seed, All Saints is a 3 seed. So, can All Saints get to the championship, and can All Saints get in the playoffs? We know Victory. We Victory is victory, and Victory right now might be playing one of the top teams in the state. We know they're the top team in Polk County, but they are really. We know offense they can score it, but they've been how they guarding people, man. They've been very impressive.
I see a Victory City of Life district championship, but All Saints will get in the playoffs.
So you don't think All Saints can beat City of Life, but they'll get in.
Yeah, I'm rooting. I am rooting for them. I am rooting for them. The season that they had has been a complete turnaround. I love the energy that's coming over there. I've actually watched them practice. Coach is different. It's very much different. So they need to ride that wave going into the playoffs.
Yeah, wouldn't that be so great for Coach Seibel first year to get his guys in the playoffs? He got some pretty good kids. He got the Josh Cook kid. I want to make sure I say his name right. Josh Cook and the Asher kids. So he got a nice duo. And like you say, Coach, they got great energy. They play hard. So we definitely want to see them get in. And we want as many Polk County teams in as possible anyway, because like I say, we're selfish that way. So, but you think it's gonna be tough for them to knock off City of Life?
Yes,
over in City of Life. Okay. And last, we got the rural, and the 4 seed is Marathon versus the 5 seed Pahokee. They get the 1 seed Fort Meade in the semis. On the other side, it's a 16 district, so they got 2 quarterfinal games. The 3 seed is Frostproof. The 6 seed is Belle Glades Day, and the winner gets a 2 seed Moorhaven. Can we get a Polk County small school, old school rivalry in the championship with Fort Meade and Frostproof?
Yes, you can. You can get it, but don't sleep on Moorhaven. I was able to get eyes on them. That's going to be a tough game for Frostproof. But yes, you can get an all county district final. But if Fort Meade does not win the district, they do not get in.
Because in rural for you all, just in all the other regions, all other classes, the top 8 get in. In rural, the top 4 get in. So right now, Fort Meade was 3. Now I don't know how the loss against Lakeland Christian is going to affect them, but they were 3 in the region. I guess we'll see tomorrow where that lands them at. But they are the 1 seed, and they play very well at home, so it's going to be tough to go into Fort Meade and win. And they got some talent. They got some kids. They got a nice little what's Blicker talking about? You have to keep track on Blicker. Blicker be in the comments having some, maybe taking them shots. So, Coach, so that's all of the district tournaments. They start on Tuesday. Most of them are Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Most district games start at 7 p.m. For the quarterfinals. And for you all, the district tournaments run through this week. Most of the championships Friday, some of them on Saturday. And then the state does something that I really like, Coach. They've started doing on Sunday they do a selection show. Think of it like the March Madness. You kind of look and see where you. So for you guys that want to see it on YouTube, it's usually 2:00, right? 2:00. They go from 7 on down, and they put in who made it and who you playing and where you playing. So we will know by the next week. We will know officially who is in. We'll know officially who are washing the uniforms and doing shirts to the left, shorts to the right. So right now, Coach, before we start, what's your prediction of how many gets into? Go ahead. So you're predicting, how many are you predicting getting into the playoffs? I always kind of put you.
Let's see. Let's start at the top. 7A. I got Ridge, Winter Haven.
I just saw what Coach Blicker. I knew he had said something because I saw Coach Collins laughing. I knew he said and Frank laughing. I didn't see the comment. I just saw it. Come on, Coach Tough, man.
Yeah.
Coach Tough.
I got Ridge and Winter Haven at 7A.
Okay. So that's 2.
Bartow. Coach Hen don't let me down. Got Lakeland. That's 4. 6A.
4. We got 4 in so far.
5A Arbondale.
5.
4A. You know what? I ain't even gonna take that clickbait. 3A. I have Discovery.
Okay. 6.
2A is Santa Fe.
7.
Lakeland Christian.
8.
1A is Victory.
9.
And All Saints.
10. What about rural?
Then Fort Meade to be 11.
So we're getting 11 teams. We predicted we're gonna hear 11 teams pop on the screen as getting to the big show, to the big dance.
Yeah, the least will be 10.
10 to 11.
Yeah,
we predicted we getting in. Okay. Now, do you want to wait next week to make your predictions once it's official for how the playoffs and all that's gonna go? Or you?
Yeah, we can wait till next week.
We're waiting next week. All right. So we picked
after the show.
11 teams we're picking to get in. 11 teams. He said, "Oh." Coach Powell said, "No love for Lake Region." The region, man. The region got Gil, man. Y'all saw Coach Shake had his Gil on at the Mosaic, man. We rooting for you, Coach. We gotta have somebody out of 4A, man. We rooting for y'all. So y'all be the ones to represent 4A, because right now we got nothing out of 4A. So let's get at least one of y'all in there.
Coach Powell, I definitely show y'all love. You know that. So.
All right, man. So once again, everybody's 0-0, no matter what your record say. Everybody's 0-0. So we Frat, talk about what we got in the cup. Hey, Frat, this time of the year, man, when we are unapologetically Polk County, so we root for as many of us to get in as possible. So we can get more than 11 in. We want more than 11 in, but we can get 11. That might be a record. And once you get in, it's all what, one game tournament. It ain't a series. You ain't got to win 3 out of 5. You just got to be good that night. You just got to be better than that team that night. The ball just got to fall for you that night. So if you can do that a couple times, you still got to. You might be better on paper, right? But you still got the way basketball is. The beauty of it is you still got to go out there and actually do it. You still got to go out there and score more than other teams. You still got to go out there and win the game. You can't you don't win the game on paper. So having the opportunity, you never know what can happen. If Villanova believed that back in '85, they wouldn't have knocked out Georgetown, right? Because by all intents and purposes, they didn't have a shot. And if Duke would have believed that in 92, 91, they got killed. We got killed in 91. But 92, if we would have believed that, we wouldn't have beat UNLV, because we supposed to get beat by 30 again. So you got to go and play. So So anyway, before we get off, Coach, you always give you a chance to talk on the girl side, the lady side. So what are we looking at on the lady side? And no, we never want to disrespect Polk County girls basketball. That's why we just give you time, talk about it at the end, because we want to always be respectful of what those guys are doing over. They're doing a great job, but we also want to give ladies a chance to kind of have opportunity. So what's the take on the
I know.
appreciate you, Frat. Be safe, man. Thank you for tuning in, man, and supporting us, man. What you got, Coach, for the girls?
Appreciate that, Coach. I know last year girls had more teams in than the boys, which is probably the first time ever that happened. I don't expect them to have more this year, but they're gonna have just as many. As far as girls teams in, as far as LBD goes, we're the number one seed in the district right now. We'll play the winner of Jenkins and Strawberry Crest, and then we'll play in the district final. We should win our district. Right now, we're number one in the region. But what we're expecting in our region is to play Haines City in the regional final for LBD, and that's what we're expecting. We're rooting for those guys on that side. We're rooting for all Polk County teams, but we're really looking forward to a LBD Haines City regional final.
Okay.
But other teams I think are gonna make noise in the playoffs. Victory. Lakeland has a grand opportunity to really turn some heads in their region. Discovery is playing pretty good, but they're in the gauntlet with Lake Highland Prep. Haines City is playing really well right now. They just in the
prep girls are good too.
Yes,
Jeez.
yes, they top 5. I don't want to say they're number 3 in the state too.
Jeez.
So
the girls and the boys. Do we have a girls and boys in Polk County? Both girls and boys are top like that. We okay. We'll be back on that topic again. Like both teams pretty good. Like
only time I've ever known that is when us and the boys went to the state finals at the same time at Winter Haven. But other than that, I've never seen that happen here in Polk.
Jeez, we still got work to do on the girls' side too, Coach.
Yeah.
So you predicted what 5 girl team? Did I count that right, or did I count it wrong? 5 girl team in there?
I do not know. Coach Jameson them can answer that fully. When it comes to girls basketball, I really focus on us.
Right. Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? But
so you say Winter Haven, Haines City, Discovery, Lakeland, Victory. So that's 4,
yeah,
right?
Discovery got some work to do in order to get in. They're in the gauntlet with Windermere Prep is good, Lake Highland Prep is good. Also in that region is Cardinal Mooney. They're in the gauntlet over there. It's gonna take some work for Discovery to get in. Although they've actually played pretty well this year.
You played pretty well, but your reward is
to get in.
Okay.
They have the Jesse kid that's playing pretty well. Her dad is
Chris Jesse daughter.
Yes, from the University of Tampa. Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure I'm missing some, but like I said, I kind of let them guys do their thing over there.
Gotcha. Okay. So, and I saw what Coach Blicker say, and the state has actually done something that's good. They got the girls and the boys playing on opposite nights. So you have no excuse to not support the boys and the girls this week, the ladies and the men, because they don't play on the same night. So you don't have to pick and choose. You can go support both. You can support the ladies on one night, the men on another night. So let's get out and support these playoffs.
Even when we get in the playoffs, girls play on Friday, boys play on Saturday.
Let's go. Let's get out like we just did. Now, Coach, one thing that was good about the Mosaic is people came out and supported. It was great energy in the gym, a great attendance. McGrill said that Friday night was the best Friday night he's had, in years. So we know y'all will come out and do it, man. So go support these kids, these young ladies, these young men. It matters when you in the gym and they see you and the energy and the cheering and the support that you give them. It matters. So, and right now is the most important time because it's the playoffs. If you win or you go, for a lot of people, you got to win or you done. And so please, please, please support high school basketball in Polk County, man. Support the ladies, support the men. They need it. They appreciate it, and it helps. It helps. So, Coach Jameson, Polk County girls basketball, appreciate you, Coach. He feel like he got 2, 4, 6 girl teams getting there right now. When they
Lakefront, number one seed in their district.
Lakeland Christian.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a good number for the girls, right? 6 teams. That's good or that's not good.
It's definitely good.
I
think
we
number. Had more last year,
Okay.
but those teams should do pretty well. Like I see Lakeland. People gonna sleep on them, but they're gonna actually be tough to beat.
Yeah, Coach Simmons, that Lakeland, that McKeel and Lakeland Christian, they have developed some very good on the boys side. We talking boys now. They home court advantage. That they do a great job. The student section in that McKeel, they in there with the shirts off. They spray painted. They loud. It's a small gym. It's like they right up on you. It's a great environment for high school basketball, man. You go in McKeel, man. It's tough to come out there with a win in McKeel. Them people do a good job. So anyway, man, district play starts on Tuesday night. We'll post the schedules on the page. So please get out and support the kids, man, male and female. And next week, by the time we jump on next week, we will know officially who's in, because the selection show, once again, for you all, it's on YouTube. It's on the FHSAA page, 2 o'clock. I think the girls go first and then the boys. So the boys usually at 2 o'clock. So you'll know if your team is in, who they playing, and where they playing at. And if you miss it at 2 o'clock, of course, we'll be tuned in and we'll let you know when we jump on next week. Okay. All right. So good luck to all the teams, man. Once again, 0-0. And make sure you're doing what you need to do, man. Get up, go to school. It's crazy you got to say that, Coach, but nowadays these kids, they don't even go to school. Go to school, go to class, stay out of trouble, go to practice, and put yourself do what you need to do. Go to practice. Coach, we got to say that now. Go to practice, man, and be in a position to be an asset to your team, not a liability, man. Go. It's so sad that we got to say this stuff nowadays. School, stay out of trouble, go to practice. What are we talking about, Coach? And actually, I'm telling you, from this past weekend, a lot of coaches are having trouble with kids going to school, having trouble with kids going to practice. So please do what you got to do. You can't just show up on game day and expect great things to happen if you don't prepare yourself before the game happens. So anyway, man, that's all we got, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with us, tuning in, man. Frank, I know you said this is probably the best engagement we've had all year, man. People been tapped in all show, active in the chat. We appreciate the energy, appreciate the love and the support, man. And once again, everybody 0-0, man. So y'all get out. Good luck to all the teams this week. Good luck to all the Polk County teams specifically and selfishly. We want everybody to be great, everybody to be successful. Until next time, man, Polk Hoops, we out. We appreciate y'all rocking with us. Appreciate your support, man. Y'all be safe this week, all right? Stay safe, stay warm. I know it's cold. We ain't used to the cold in Florida, so.
Yes, sir. Love you guys, man. Appreciate y'all rocking with us, man. Y'all be safe.